Hi everyone, Macsen here. Welcome back to my early access Let's Play for Endless Space 2. Since the last time I recorded the last video, there's been a development on the patch side of things. Amplitude has made available an optional beta fix, which fixes a number of issues that the 6th of October release version had. For instance, there was an influence bug I've read that's been fixed. And it's quite a long description list actually of fixes, which I've forgotten most of them. I'll leave a link to that within the description of this video though if you want to check it out. I'm hoping those fixes work retroactively. I have no idea if they will. I imagine some will. I'm not sure if we were able to talk to these guys, but yeah, it seems like we are now, for instance. I'm not sure if that's to do with the patch. This may actually be a bug actually. Not sure if you're supposed to be able to talk to them once they've become affiliated with someone. But I might try and rob them off Fodjani at some point perhaps. Towards the end of the last video, I believe I left it off with sending a probe over here. What I should have done is actually stick these on guard, but I didn't. They are guarded in the system now. I'm hoping that ship stays around and I can attack it again. In terms of what else I've got to do this term, since the last video I've actually figured out something. If we check out the quests, this perfected operations, I couldn't figure out what it did. It's a technology, so it seems to be a unique technology as well. You only get within quests. And if I go back to arrow 1, it's up here. It mentions that we get a 30% industry bonus on hero assigned. Now this is for the hero that got to level 5 first, and in this case it was Clev Saint Saotia. Now I was planning on using her as a fleet commander, but since she's got that huge bonus, you can see there's working nearly 30 production I'm getting from her in this instance. I should probably have her as a governor. Luckily it's not going to be too long before I get the next hero by the looks of things, so I'll have them as a fleet governor. I really need a fleet commander at the moment because recently Siphon declared war on us, of course, and I'm starting to get some early combat ships, these brigs up in various places. I've got a couple here, I need to bring them over. I think I'm going to keep them there for the turn though, because next turn I get support modules, and I think I might be able to upgrade them. May even stick a hero that has a movement bonus on that fleet to get them over there quicker. We'll have to see. So I've also got a caravel in the area as well. So if I can find the right hotkey. Yeah, I need to upgrade that also next term. Now this hero which I'm going to... This hero, which I'm now going to use as a governor, let's actually give her some skills. I figured out the colony I want to stick her on long term, but there's already a hero on there and I can't move him yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give her... well, the things I want to actually give her, I don't think they would... Well, actually that one would work, so let's give her those. I'm going to give her that as well, but I don't think that would work. Having said that, food gives extra manpower, doesn't it? So it might work. So let's apply those skills. Okay, and I think that's it for the turns. Let's send a turn. Okay, there's an election come up in around turn 60, isn't there? So gotta figure that out shortly. Is that staying there? Is that staying there? They're gonna bring more up. If we look at our military side of things, I'm actually 4th, so that's definitely not good. I need to catch up in that area very soon. Idris just became a colony, and my happiness is probably tanking pretty hard at the moment, so I need to definitely get that up. Okay, so where the hell is it? Just I can't even remember, but yeah, let's manage it, that's more important. Only one can be colonized currently. This is dry tundra small. I think I'll get that up then. Does it have strategic? So it does. Haven't said that, so I think I'll put that in the list first. No, put that there. Idris. It's that one, isn't it? Yeah. Population on Idris. That is the current survey. I need 20% industrialists to complete a quest, and I need them to get in over one of the other parties. Okay, so we also got that science building. That was the main reason I went after that tech, but that support module should be pretty good as well. Time to get some really cool stuff over in the second area then, I think. Now, the places where I want to stick the headquarters are probably going to be the huge systems with tons of resources like Corium and maybe Crass. I assume there'll be stuff there. So they're not quite ready to make that really the headquarters and get in other stuff. One of them's actually still an outpost. So I think I'm going to unlock the systems development. There's also a big production building as well. Let's go after that next. How long is it going to take? 7 turns? Right, so support thing I need to do. Gano. Okay, do I want to do that anytime soon? I think I do, don't I? Because yeah, there's that there, and I've got all the, yeah, one of the production things there benefits from strategic resources. Right, let's move my ships on this turn. Okay. Right, they've all got their movements. What's that? Oh, there's an incubator there. Looks like. Oh, it must be moving now. Right, I've got to get there quickly before they colonize that. Let's try and move down here. Yeah, I think I'm going to be too late. I think they're going to colonize that system. What I actually need to do is check out the support modules, don't I? So let's have a look here. Let's go in the end. Yeah, I can actually upgrade these, and I should do. So I'm going to take a second out to do that. So there are 3 new ship modules available, at least for this ship class. There's extra speed here, which is better than the old one, but it does require Hyperion. There's a repair module, but that says it only works after combat, and extra health it gives as well. And that gives flotilla damage, so I assume that's when it's in the fleet. I'm going to use that one. I think I'm going to need some speed for these ships. So yeah, I would like that repair thing as well, but and that for that matter. But yeah, that's the design I'm going to have for the brigs currently. The Caravel, there's actually an updated scanner which has extra vision range. I'm actually going to stick those on here and upgrade that as well. So let's apply that. Okay, let's get rid of that. So what have I got? I've got those 2 there, and that's it by the looks of it. So these brigs, if I want to upgrade those, that's how much it would cost, and I think I do want to upgrade those. So they now have 8 movement. Should I move them across? Could wait for that. Thing is, you can't put a hero on halfway on a journey, and that hero could have a movement bonus which would make them move quicker. I'm going to wait 1 more turn then with those. That Caravel, if I want to upgrade these, I've got loads of Caravels, probably more than I need. So repairing that will cost that much, upgrading it costs that much. I guess I got a lot of money, let's spend it. And this one I will actually move across. Could I have upgraded the engine on this? I don't have an engine. No, I'll use those instead. Okay. I was considering sticking that in the same fleet, but if it doesn't have the same movement, maybe it's not such a great idea. I'll move it over here. Okay. Lots of hero upgrades, and hopefully a new hero. I think that might be it there. Oh no, it's the academy. Okay. Power of the academy has reached level 6. Right, let's move ships. That's... yeah, it's gonna get there about the same time as my combat ship does. Not sure if I can prevent that. Hiroshima's there. This hero level up, she's reached level 6. So that's the only planetary one I can have, and next time around I can select one of those. Can't. Yeah, currently. Don't think you can save up your skills. You'd have to pick them here to unlock that. Let's apply. Not 100% on that. Okay. And he's also leveled up. So there's... I think there's actually more dry planets than large planets, so I'm actually gonna move back to that and have 2 there. There's one system I've got which has a lot of dry worlds. I have to figure out where it is and move him later on. Okay, come back to that shortly. Movements. Oh, this is came across from Leo and finally got there, by the looks of it. I got 6 probes. Let's send one over there. What's that? That's a leecher. So the Vodyan are really strange. I've actually been playing a game with them recently. You have to get essence to make the arc ships. And he's leeching off them. Basically, I think, even though they're supposedly allied. Which is a bit strange. I'm gonna move... what was his attack? 2718, mine is 1832. There's pushing a bit attacking that, so I'm gonna move on there. Don't really want him leeching out because they can make more arc ships. Those arc ships are basically like colony ships, except for they work in a very weird way. What's left? That caravel can do what? Come down here. Those brigs. So I didn't get a new hero this turn. When do I get? I must get him next. So I'm gonna wait one more turn there. That's 2 turns. That's 3 turns. Didn't a brig ship got made here? Sadly, these are the old designs, aren't they? So I'm gonna have to pay to upgrade those. Which will be expensive. Let's put that down there quickly. Upgrade these. Okay, so that's what I've stuck in the list on those planets, and I think that's it for the turn. Has that reached there? No. Right. Don't colonize, please. I think it will though. Okay, should have a new hero. They moved ships on. There's actually a resource there, level error 3-1, which is the first time I've seen it. That's great. You can get that in the early access. Kraz has been turned into full colony. We've got that new hero, brilliant. Smoking gun. I'll come back to that shortly. So Kraz. That's a dry planet. Oh, this is Graphias. Okay. So it's got 2 moons, and I think I'll have the forest one in here next, since it doesn't have a strategic resource. Let's do Kraz. Okay, I'll do that. Doesn't have much here either, does it? So I think I'll do that one. I'm gonna place this governor here. Because he gets a large bonus, I think. Yeah, plus 20. Once I colonize these worlds, he gets an anomaly bonus as well. It's gonna be a while though before I get that. Don't think there's any cold worlds there, but I don't actually have all that many. The only other place I have cold worlds is where he was, and I'm actually going to put her there because she has that bonus, so she should get what's she getting, plus 30 from there supposedly. Okay, population, a couple of extra Lumeris. You've discovered the planet Husk. Built by the Virtual Endless during the Dust Wars as weapons, the Cravers successfully wiped many planets and stations clean of the concretes. Once their usefulness was over, however, the Endless shut down the factories and abandoned the Cravers, dumping the remaining troops on Husk, a random planet, and bombing it back to the Stone Age. Grim and resolute, the Cravers survived and evolved, using makeshift and stolen technology to scrabble their way back to the stars. That is the Cravers' home world. Have I done that? Yes, I have. Okay. Let's move on ships this turn. Okay, let's attack that quickly. That's the Incubator, which is a colony ship. I wanted to close extra whatever, and hopefully picks medium for some reason. Right, let's... Do I want to watch that? Not really, because it's only a colony ship, so let's fight. Did some damage. Did he actually do damage to me then? Doesn't have any attacking power, so I'm not sure how he would. Okay, and there wasn't an option to stick back on the viewer for the combat down, which Amplitude needs to add. Just in case I forget next time round, basically. There's a quest. New event, Smoking Gun. With the elections approaching, you've begun to take note of the growing support for minority parties within your government. Your aides have given you conflicting reports on the causes. Some try to argue it's a matter of policy views, age gaps and change in values, but the arrests of several high-profile legislators charged with spying for the enemy means there may be a bigger picture at stake. A group of mercenaries approaches you, spies, who claim expertise in getting results done without getting caught. If you hire them, they claim they can root out the conspirators and tip the election in your favour. I can arrest the spies, get an extra influence on Empire for 20 turns, or reduce cheat cost during elections. I don't intend on cheating during these elections, I think. I mean, is there a reason to? Pacifists. I'm probably going to vote for the Industrialists to try and get them as a second party, hopefully. I've actually played as the Cravers recently, and if... Yeah, I voted for the second... Well, the party that they don't support, warmongers, basically, and that wasn't a good idea. It lowered their happiness. I'm not sure if that's the case with this empire or not, to be honest, but I'm not sure I'm inclined to vote so much to a non-pacifist choice as I was previously. I am going to do that, then I don't think I need it. So we'll arrest spies. Influence is actually dreadful. I've just realised just how bad my approval has gotten. You can see a lot of my colonies are actually in rebellion or unhappy. There aren't many that are content or better. This has consequences that are pretty bad actually. You can see resulting status down the bottom. There's a huge negative to food and influence. And it's not actually only that, it also affects dust. You can see it mentions from unhappy and also science as well. There's also a negative there. So my tech cost has gone down a huge amount, my money's gone down a huge amount, my influence has gone down a huge amount. Luckily industry hasn't, so I've actually added a lot of these supermarkets in an attempt to get my approval back up and come in turns. I'm going to have to switch over this tech as well to this approval tech. So yeah, I've probably made a mistake here by colonizing too much. It was my intention to colonize a ton and then try and figure it out from there, but yeah, maybe I should have gone for this tech earlier, definitely. And maybe I should have got my happiness on my planets up. There was an issue, I think I mentioned it as well, to do with happiness. Some people were complaining about it. I guess this is it. This is what happens if you don't manage your empire properly. Arguably, maybe there needs to be more happiness sources as well, but it could be just down to mismanaging. I don't know yet. So yeah, I've got to dig myself out of a self-induced hole at the moment. I better not colonize all that much more. In fact, maybe I should be stopping this from colonizing on Gatra, since that's going to worsen things, but not sure I can bring myself to it actually. Right, I've got a few bits of movement left to do this turn. I've got this hero to pick here as well. So we've got a Cravers, so you'd think this would be pretty good for fleet combat, which is what I want it for. But down here it mentions there aren't an awful lot of skills available for Commands and Wanderlust, which are the key, well, commander roles really. So yeah, he's only got 16 combined. The other two have better. I've already got this guy, so I don't want to pick him again. I'm actually going to go for the Sophon guy then. And yeah, I think Overseer's well, the labour focus, so yeah, it wasn't a great option there, it looks like. So we'll pick him. Okay, so let's take a look at him in a bit more detail. So yeah, he's got a fleet in there. That's actually on system. That's fleet. Yeah, so he's got quite a few fleets. Most of the generic ones are actually system, although I think, yeah, that's fleets. I think all of the other ones are system. Yeah, there's happiness source there, so I could start to get that with some of my heroes. That would certainly help as well. Okay, so with that guy, I'm actually gonna stick. What initial bonuses did he have as well? I didn't check. Fleet health, or I would have probably preferred movement, but you can't have everything. So that comes down next turn actually. Should I wait for that? Yeah, I probably should, because that comes through. So I'm going to have a completed fleet here actually next turn. I'll stick him on there. I haven't done his skills, have I? So I can pick 5. There's vision and experience. Probably want to make this extra damage on ships. Vision, movement, okay. Let's have that. And wow, huge vision actually with this guy. Damage. You know what? I think the experience might be better than just going 2 in damage. So get the experience, get the damage, and then next time round we can pick from these. So there's fleet there, system, fleet there. Okay. And he can wait until they get there then. This caravel can go on guard. That one I'll bring over. It's not gonna get there in time though. We've done that. Okay, money's right down. But yeah, that's it for the turn. Right, so I've got elections. Now I really want to get the pacifists in. I think they had a decent lead, but I also want the industrialists to get a certain amount of the vote. So I'm gonna vote them in. Okay, hopefully they take the vote off the science faction. Okay, looks like the pacifists are going to win barely. Or maybe not. Okay, I think the scientists actually won that. Let's go on to the next step, even though I voted for the industrialists. Have I lost my broad support for we've got some new laws here. We've got a fair trade bill, extra 20% on systems per trading company. Maybe this has come in because we're in the second era now. Peace economy, minus 50% on trade company improvements. Don't quite have that yet. And we've got 3 new science laws. Both of these luckily have broad support. Just had enough, so I keep my tax bill, I think. Let's finish there. It didn't mention approval then, did it? Okay, there's something going on there. Let's check the approval situation. Yeah, it doesn't seem to affect our population then. If we were the Cravers and we lost, you lose an election, they'd go friggin' nuts. So, Lumeris population grew in those systems. The Lure Oracle of Science has been activated in your empire. So this is, you can research technologies from one era ahead. Wow, okay. That actually may be excellent for us because I can research more happiness improvements, which I really need. So this may turn out really, really good actually.